David Wood responds to Alex O'Connor dropping out of the debate that was supposed to happen at Modern Day Debates on February 15th. Alex O'Connor dropped out. Him and David Wood were supposed to debate if Jesus is God or claims to be God in the New Testament. And this has caused quite a stir. Now, Modern Day Debates, shout out to them. And I'm going to be at this event, by the way. Modern Day Debates is still hosting the debate. They found a replacement for David Wood, and it's happening in Newark. If you guys don't have your tickets, pull up. If you see me there, come say hello. David Wood responds, and he drops an interesting response. He revealed some interesting things. And again, if you watch till the end of this video, I may have some good news for you, but you got to watch till the end of this video, okay?
As you may know, I was scheduled to debate one of the smartest atheists on the planet, the atheist formerly known as Cosmic Skeptic, Alex O'Connor, Great Britain's AOC.
That's hilarious. Great Britain's AOC. This man, David Wood, got no chill, man.
Alex on whether Jesus claimed to be God. That was his choice for a topic. I thought it would be interesting because it's normally Muslims who like to debate that topic. Christians and atheists usually debate topics like, does God exist? So debating the claims of Christ with an atheist seemed like a good idea.
I didn't know that Alex O'Connor picked that topic, so props to him that he did, and I think that's awesome. And I was really looking forward to this debate. Now, again, watch till the very end. May have some good news for you guys. Which, by the way, speaking of good news, David Wood will be at our Blessed God Summit, March 27th, 28th, 29th, happening in Southern California. My favorite podcasters, my favorite apologists, my favorite pastors, my favorite performers, folks like Preston Perry, Dustin Tavella. Of course, we have Nate Sala, Dallas Jenkins from The Chosen, Pastor Ed Newton, Gavin Orland, and God Logic Apologetics, and our very own David Wood. Now, there might be a development on that, but let's keep watching it. All right, let's jump back into this video from David Wood. So, David Wood will be at the Blessed God Summit. Okay, get your tickets now. Virtual summit tickets available, and you can get a scholarship if you can make it here in person, all right?
Alas, it was not meant to be. Just 2 weeks before our debate, Alex backed out, as James from Modern Day Debate posted, "Dear all, due to concerns over Islamic extremism potentially threatening the safety of our upcoming DebateCon 5 conference, Alex O'Connor has decided not to attend. And after careful consideration, I've decided that DebateCon 5 will go ahead as planned. Islamic extremists will not stop this event from happening. We will have armed security on the premises at all times. They will not hesitate to swiftly handle any potential threats. Shortly, I will announce David Wood's new opponent. DebateCon 5 is still on February 15th in Newark, New Jersey. Tickets are here."
Translation, James from Modern Day Debate basically said to the extremist jihadis, F around and find out. That it sounds like he found an F around and find out security detail. Man, that's great. I'm glad it's still happening. Again, I'll be there. Shout out to James from Modern Day Debate. All right, let's keep watching.
Since my new debate opponent has just been confirmed, I think I can announce my opponent and the topic later in this video. James also requested, "Please do not attack Alex over his choice. I, James, was the one communicating with him over email, and I take him at his word. We are on good terms, and there was no drama in this process. Instead of focusing on Alex, please help us get the word out about the event."
You're welcome, James. You're welcome. We're getting the word out for your event. All right, February 15th, Saturday, Newark. I will be there in person. It's going to be fantastic. Pull up.
I have mixed thoughts about Alex backing out of our debate. On the one hand, I have defended Alex's decision to avoid criticizing Islam. He's a young guy. He's easily recognizable. He lives in a country where critics of Islam are targeted not only by jihadis, but by their own government.
I mean, he lives in a country where in London, the #1 baby name last year was Muhammad. So I'm empathetic to Alex in this entire situation.
If he doesn't want to talk about Islam, I understand completely. Other people in other places can criticize Islam. Alex doesn't need to put his life on the line. On the other hand, agreeing to do a debate and then backing out 2 weeks before the debate is pretty messed up, especially when there's a ton of security and you're not the one being threatened.
Okay, now this shocked me. I didn't know this. I thought that there was a direct threat on Alex in this. Apparently, the way David Wood is saying this, and if I'm hearing him correctly, and Alex, if there was a direct threat and I didn't know, or David didn't know, or maybe you only told James that, that's interesting. Now, we're working on a resolution here, so just stay with me. So, Alex wasn't directly threatened. What happened was Apostate Prophet was directly threatened, when he did a stream with his former debate opponent. And in that stream, that Muslim gentleman told him that his blood is halal and made the gesture of doing something violent to his throat. So that caused Modern Day Debate to remove that opponent. And after they removed that opponent, that is when Alex decided to also drop out of the debate because there was a threat against apostate prophet. I think that's what David is alluding to. Again, I don't know if there's an additional threat, but either way, I get it. Young guy, we've talked about this on my channel before when Alex called in regarding why he is more careful and delicate with the way he talks about Islam. I think that's a fair thing. But I do find it interesting that Wood is basically saying, hey, there was no direct on him. No one threatened him. And then he goes on to make some very interesting points after this.
Not only was Alex not being threatened, he would have been the hero of Islamists everywhere for doing this debate. He would have been attacking the divine nature of Jesus. Think about it. What do Islamists want atheists to do? Apart from converting to Islam and becoming the poster boys for dawah, what do Islamists want atheists to spend their time doing? They want atheists to attack Christianity for them. Islamists understand that Christianity is the only thing standing in their way in the West.
Now, this is true in terms of my own private. I'm not a big debate Muslims kind of guy, but I do have some friends privately that I've interacted with. Some Muslims that are, I guess, semi-high profile. And the ones I've interacted with privately love to throw around the Bar Ehrmans and quotes. But basically, anyone that's critical of Christianity, they're big fans of. Any atheist that's critical of Christianity, they are big fans of. So David is making the point here that Alex would have actually been the hero of the Muslims had he annihilated David Wood in the debate. And that's why Wood seems to be a bit frustrated.
Which they've been trying to conquer for 14 centuries. So if you're an atheist and you're attacking Christianity, they're not coming after you. They will absolutely love you. Why would Alex be worried about an attack when he's doing exactly what jihadis want him to do? Alex is an important asset to them. He's helping them. Why would he think he's in danger from jihadis when he's doing their work for them? I guess he could be thinking, well, what if they blow up the hotel? But that seems pretty silly. If a jihadi had that kind of firepower in Newark, just a stone's throw from New York City, he'd probably have some different targets in mind. But we can't control how careful Alex wants to be, totally up to him. I really just have two main problems with backing out like this. One problem is that he left James scrambling to find another opponent on short notice. Not honoring your agreements and putting other people in this position is pretty messed up. My other problem here is that this is just a horrible message to send to Islamists. The message people like Alex keep sending to Islamists is this: if you want to control our behavior, just threaten us. We'll obey you. That's a fair point. Now, again, David's not Alex. David's not Alex. So David's kind of built different. I get it. David's been dealing with this stuff forever. I mean, he's had the FBI have to come to his house before, and he shared that on my conversation with him. And so I get it. I think we all have our risk tolerances, right? Terrible message because it encourages more threats and more violence. When you tell Islamists that the way to get what they want is through violence, I think you bear some of the responsibility when they keep using violence as a tool. It's extremely dangerous to encourage people to use threats and violence to get what they want. But that's what lots of people keep doing. I can't stop them from doing it, but I think it's very strange that these are the same people who view themselves as the champions of reason even when they can't stop doing some of the dumbest things imaginable. Here are some other reactions to Alex backing out of the...
Okay, so these reactions are I'm just going to say, are pretty bad faith. We could look at some of them in a moment, but let me just tell you guys, this may be some good news. We are attempting to, again, help make this happen, facilitate it behind the scenes. I told you guys David Wood is going to be at the Modern Day debate on the 15th, so you guys should go to that. I will be there in person. Can't wait to meet you guys. But David Wood will also be at our Bless God Summit. Now, if you guys recall, when I had Alex on the channel for the Bless God Summit, I offered for him to come to the Bless God Summit and debate Michael Jones from Inspiring Philosophy about a similar topic. Michael Jones offered to debate him on slavery in the Bible, and so on and so forth. But considering David Wood and Michael Jones are going to be there, I reached out to Alex, and we're trying to work out if we can get Alex to come to the Blessed God Summit, and we could potentially have this debate here. So I don't know if he's going to do it. It is his birthday weekend. I'm reassuring him that we'll have security. I'm reassuring him that, and we'll have very, very nice security, best security. We'll have some Navy SEAL guys and some off-duty police officers. So there is an inkling of a chance that we may be able to reschedule it at our event, Blessed God Summit, March 27th, 28th, 29th. And that will be not involving apostate prophet, who it seems to be that is the real person that the threats are against. In all respect to apostate prophet, but if Alex doesn't feel comfortable being at an event where Alex is near apostate prophet, and that's the guy that they literally are like overtly threatening, not to say that Wood and other apologists haven't had overt threats to them. And we have a smaller Muslim population on the West Coast. In terms of like the East Coast, you're talking about Newark, like there's a big population here. So we are working on trying to reschedule this at the Blessed God Summit. And I would just say to you guys, hey, pray for favor with Alex O'Connor that we could do this. Pray for wisdom on all of our parts to make sure it's facilitated safely, and pray that it happens, because I think it would be great to have it happen here on the West Coast, to have it happen in a location that's uber secure, where Alex feels secure. We could put a personnel on Alex. We could put a personnel on Wood. We could have some people there that are protecting everybody. It's at a Westin, so they already have their own built-in security. But we're going to do everything we can to try and make this happen in an environment where hopefully Alex feels comfortable, because I think this is a debate that needs to happen. It will not be live on YouTube. It will be streamed to our virtual ticket. And you guys can get a virtual ticket and watch the debate, a part of it. But again, this is not confirmed. We're working on it. And we will do our best to make it happen. And you should be there in person if you can. Either way, you should be at the Blessed God Summit in person, because let's just be honest, this lineup is phenomenal. So let's see what happens. Be praying it. Alex has gotten back to me. He is thinking about it. We are working on it. We're trying to do our very best to make it happen. And we'll see what we can do. It's not like Alex hasn't gone out of his way to debate Muslims. He has in the past. He debated Muhammad Hijab and did a whole post-debate recap. So I don't think that these sorts of comments is how we move the needle to get Alex to participate in a debate versus a David Wood or Inspiring Philosophy. Just my opinion. Regardless on the degree of truth in them, I don't think this is helpful, personally. I understand that people feel vindicated in saying these sorts of things about him, but I think we move the needle by trying to do what we can to make him feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And again, big shout out to Modern Day Debates. I can't wait to be at this event. I'm excited to see Inspiring Philosophy, and this is what he just commented here. He said, it's all expensive for our conferences too. I always basically break even. Yeah, these events where you guys are like, give it to me free. I just want it free. Folks aren't getting rich putting on these conferences, for the record. Not James from Modern Day Debate. Not myself. These are very big lifts financially, logistically. I'm trying to make the schedule for our event. I'm sure he's had to go back and forth on the schedule, but he puts on a good event. So like, go to the event, especially if you're in the tri-state area. Pull up to the event, hang out, come meet a bunch of your favorite apologists are going to be there hanging out. I'll be there hanging out. I will be with armed security, but I'll be there hanging out. And come to these events, because if you guys like to watch it on YouTube, there's nothing like being there in person. Nothing like being there in person. It's phenomenal. And so I would encourage you guys to come and hang out in person February 15th, and keep it in prayer. Maybe we'll be able to get Alex to come to Blessed God Summit. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I've been trying to do since my conversation with him.
Why do I think we'll be seeing more of this? Well, Islam is a system for controlling people's behavior through manipulation. And this goes...
Yeah, he's going to announce that. It's Robert Spencer is the new person, and they're debating on if Muhammad existed. Thank you so much for the super chat memes for Jesus. Appreciate you, my brother.
Goes all the way back to Muhammad. Fight for me, and you'll get to spend eternity deflowering virgins. But it's a system for controlling the behavior not just of Muslims, but of non-Muslims as well. Resist Muhammad, and you'll pay. So keep your mouth shut. Here we are, 14 centuries later. And whether we're talking about actual jihadis or keyboard jihadis or dawa guys, they all use the same basic approach of showering you with praise or other rewards if you do what they want, and showering you with threats or abuse or violence if you don't do what they want. So positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, and punishment. This is as basic as it gets for manipulators. Manipulators use these methods because they work on lots of people. They work especially well on modern atheists because lots of atheists have already been conditioned by the same manipulation tactics.
Woo!
When the new atheists came on the scene, they basically said, if you join us, we'll tell you you're smart and that you're part of the smart group, and you'll get to go to the Reason Rally and be patted on the back for being so into science. But if you don't join us, we'll tell you you're dumb and that you're part of the dumb group, and you won't get to go to the Reason Rally because you're an enemy of science. If you were gullible enough to fall for this 10 or 15 years ago, chances are you'll fall for the same tactics that Islamists use to control you. So we should all get ready for a future where Muslims and...
That's hilarious. Destroy Christianity, British Muslims, British atheists.
Atheists are united in attacking Christianity, but atheists keep their mouths shut about Islam. Now, for Alex's replacement, James tried to get another atheist or a Muslim to take Alex's spot on short notice. Couldn't find a worthy atheist or Muslim opponent, but we did find a worthy opponent. Robert Spencer has agreed to debate me on whether Muhammad existed. I'm sure some people are going to think this is some sort of joke since I'm friends with Robert, but it's not a joke. Robert Spencer doesn't believe Muhammad even existed. He believes Muhammad was invented by later rulers who came up with a religion to help them control their population. Robert has written multiple books on this.
That's my first time hearing of this theory. Sounds interesting. It kind of sounds like the Jesus mythicism stuff, right? It's interesting.
I believe Muhammad did exist. So we really disagree on this issue, and we're going to debate it at DebateCon 5, February 15th in Newark, New Jersey. If you'd like to be there for this epic debate, and I promise you it will be epic, you can still get tickets. The link is in the description box. Hope to see you there.
All right, get your tickets. DebateCon 5. It's going to be exciting. Shout out to David Wood. Shout out to Alex O'Connor. Hopefully we could figure something out.